How to Enjoy Life and Your Job by Carnegie. In this video, I will cover only the 7 ways to peace and happiness. Let's face it, whether you are a corporate executive, a salesperson, or an entrepreneur, you spend the majority of your life at your job. You have choices about how you approach this job. It can be drudgery, or it can be pure joy. As you learn to uncover your ability to handle tough situations and to approach daily tasks with a new outlook, both your job and your life will become more fulfilling. The first way is find yourself, be yourself. Be yourself is advice that is too often ignored. In the search for peace and happiness, the eyes and the mind often wander out to the world for meaning. The hard truth is that if you always adapt to the inspirational models others have been successful with, then you will just be a copy. Studies accurately define you to be unique, one and alone, without resembling anyone. This makes everything easy and simple. It means you need no one, nothing else other than yourself to be happy. The second way is practice 4 good working habits. First one, clear your desk. Decide now and not a moment later. If you must, then tarry only to verify and gather additional facts in order to come up with a decision. The critical moment is right now, to finish one business after another and avoid accumulation of tasks. Focus only on one problem at any one moment, progressing from one sheet of paper to another, one stack at a time. It is an unassuming wisdom, but the result is awesome. A clear draw is effective in avoiding tension and confusion, and more significantly, cures anxiety. The second habit is do things in order of importance. Spontaneity is one thing, but order is another. Planning a day-to-day order of business is an art. So is the ability to stay on course as each task is accomplished. The ability to act on issues one at a time, according to the level of importance, is an invaluable skill. With practice, this becomes a good habit. The third habit is don't keep putting off decisions. All you need are the facts and a strong resolve to act immediately. Procrastination is dangerous because it could mean putting off a very important, life-altering decision. And the fourth habit is to learn to organize, deputize, and supervise. The higher you are on the ladder, the more responsibilities you have. You know this is not new. The scriptures must have noted it first that those to much is given, much is expected. The good news is that you can share the load, in each individual's uniqueness. Everyone can be in a position to be better than someone else. So go ahead, encourage people to help, and do things for you as best you would for yourself. The third way is know what makes you tired and what you can do about it. If your muscles are tired, sleep is all you need. If your brain is tired, you are in trouble. The interesting fact is that the brain is tireless. Even the most worked up brain of Albert Einstein, on a reckless thinking spree moment, will not produce fatigue toxins. The more likely place to look for these substances is in the muscles of a laborer while working. Muscles will be good as new after sleep or rest. The brain is exhausted by unpleasant emotions and bad thoughts, resentment, boredom, anger, anxiety, and rejection, which cause the muscles to tense up. Therefore, to avoid getting tired, close your eyes and will the muscles to relax. Learn how to ease up and cool down. Number 4. Banish the boredom that produces fatigue, worry, and resentment. It is easy to say you're enjoying what you do in life. Still, if at the end of every day you weigh down with fatigue or wake up in the morning still fraught with anxiety, think again. You are probably bored. Boredom is a negative emotion. It causes the muscles to tense up, which in turn tires the brain. An easy way to banish boredom is simply to relax the muscles and rid yourself of bad feelings. In simple words, have fun. Remember those routine pleasures you indulged in long before you got to where you are now? Buying coffee early in the morning from Corner Coffee, chatting with your colleagues about a recent tennis match, or filling out crossword puzzles. If you think it's too easy, it is. A seemingly too complex matter, such as easing a tired brain, can be resolved by rediscovering the simple ways of enjoying your life and your job's day-to-day tasks. Number 5. Count your blessings instead of focusing on your problems. Stop and ask yourself why you are so worried. Maybe there's really not much to be worried about after all. Start to really appreciate your personal treasures because, whether you admit it or not, you have a lot to account for. As the cliche goes, look at things inversely and count not your crosses but your gold. Number 6. Don't take undeserved criticism personally. It is the acceptance that you have hope to create. You're ready to pay the price and take in some kicks. Criticism is often a weird honor. You may declare such an expression as unreasonable, but the truth is, your detractors would love to trade places with you. And the seventh way is practice accepting criticism. If you are being criticized, Do not flatter yourself by thinking you are unique in this aspect. Everyone gets a fair shake. What sets one apart is the ability not to let unjust condemnation take effect. The greatest feat of all is to be able to relieve oneself of useless loads and simply laugh off harmful criticism. If you must know, no great man or woman in any history was ever spared from unjust criticism. No human, dead or alive, was protected either. Criticism is a great leveler. You might find it absurd, wasting your time taking these jibe and insults, and go so far as claim it is your curse alone. It is amazing how this kind of authority is over the minute you decide to ignore it.